it's your girl Nene Leakes with NeneLeakesOfficial.com, and I'm in the dressing room with my girl Rosie O'Donnell.
Hi, Nene. Nene Leakes Official, as opposed to those unofficial Nene Leakes sites that people are trying to fake Nene
I'm going to
Leakes.
try to do an interview, but I don't know how it's going to work.
Well,
Rosie, tell everybody when we first met.
Okay, it was on the Rachel Ray show.
That's right.
Okay.
You have such a good damn memory.
Well, first of all, I didn't really watch The Housewives at all, and then the only thing I caught was you one time flipping through on Atlanta, and I stopped because you were totally taking up the screen, and I thought, I gotta know that woman. Who the hell is that woman? I got her, and then I started like Googling. Now the show was pretty new then.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And you were there with a bunch of women who were on the one in LA.
Yeah, it was a woman from East City. Yeah.
That I never saw. Right. So I thought there was only one. I thought they would do it for 1 year and then stop, but I didn't realize it was continuing. So there were all these other women there who had been on many years.
Yeah.
And I walk in the room and I go, Nene! And you said, it's Nene! I said, it's Nene to me! And the other woman,
did.
remember one of the women? I don't remember which one.
I know the one.
Okay, we're going to say it. But one of the women, I don't remember which one, was like, you know me, and I'm thinking, no, I do not. You were the only one that I knew, and remember?
Shade, honey.
Whatever, I'm just saying. And they were like, I'm like, I don't want to talk to anyone but her.
That's
and
right.
then we were hanging out.
Oh my God, Rose, you have such a great memory.
I do. I remember everything.
I love that. How many kids do you have now?
5.
5. And how old is the youngest?
2 years old, 12, 15, 17, and 19.
Oh, you got teenagers.
I know. You know what? It was, people said, why would you adopt a baby when you had 4 teenagers? And I said, because I had 4 teenagers, and I needed to remember that I actually do love children.
Okay.
You know, because when you have teenagers, you know, you think of throwing them in the Hudson often.
That's you do.
You know, but people always told me that they come back around, and I didn't really believe that. Now, when my first son went through it, Parker, who's now 19, it broke my heart.
Oh, yeah.
I took him to therapy.
It's tough.
I cried in therapy, and it was like an hour therapy session, and I just cried for 45 minutes, and finally the doctor said to him, is there anything you want to say? And he looked at the doctor and said, can you adjust her medication? Now, it was hurtful, but he was actually right, and I got a different med, and I felt better.
She's a mess.
Now he's 19, and he's totally come back around. He's the most loving, supportive, enjoyable boy that I could have ever wished for, and all of them are spectacular.
They are.
And I love being a mom. How many do you have?
I have 2.
2?
My son is 15 and 24.
Wow. I remember the 24-year-old was with you once you did a parade, and he was on the float with you.
Yes, he was.
That's right.
Yes. I have to tell you guys this. You know how much I'm a shoe person. I love shoes. These are Chanel. So we have to ask Rosie what's her favorite shoe designer.
Uggs. Now, she thought I was kidding, but truthfully, these are my Uggs. Don't get my food. It'll be bad. These are my new Uggs. I like them. I don't have any shoes. I have no shoes. See these Merrills? We'll get a single afterwards. You can edit it in. Do you edit these?
Yes.
All right. We'll get a single of my Merrills. These are my normal shoes that I wear in, and you notice they're covered in paint because I am an artist as well. I paint big canvases. I don't have any shoe designers. I'm not like girly like that.
Yeah, well, you have Uggs, and I love Uggs.
You do?
Oh my God, I'm so obsessed with Uggs. Like, you have no idea I'm obsessed with them.
That's the only shoe line that I even am aware of. Like, people write in, the person on the show buys the clothes, and they say to me, whose shoes are those? And I go, I have no idea, because they left them in the...
They're cute. You have small feet. I have
No,
big
I
feet.
don't. I have a 9.
I'm like a 10 and a half, honey. 11 on a good day.
Whoopi's 11.
Yeah, I have big feet. So last question. I know you're back here at the show. Are you having fun?
I am having fun.
Yeah.
It was, you know, in the beginning, everybody had to find their place. You know, art isn't easy, and it's a new staff, it's a new cast, it's a new environment, and I think, you know, I've loved Whoopi Goldberg since I first saw her, right, in her one-woman show, and was amazed, and she's, you know, been around for so long, yet she's only 6 years older than me. Do you know that? Yeah, right. So people, you know, she's been she's won everything, she's done everything that people think that but not really, you know. But she's somebody I always admired and looked up to, and I think at the beginning I was nervous that I didn't want her to not like me, so I didn't quite know how to, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, because I don't ever want to do anything that will. So you know, I think we found our groove, and I'm happy because, you know, I love her and I've always loved her.
I said that was my last question. I actually have 2 more.
Okay,
Let me
go.
ask you this one first. How's your health?
It's so good since, you know, I had a heart attack August 14th, 2012. And thank God I lived. I had a 100% blockage of my LAD, which is almost always fatal instantly. So I'm really lucky. Martin Luther King's daughter Yolanda had what I had and was dead before she hit the floor. She was 50 as well. I had a heart attack at 50. So I feel as though I've been given a second chance. And I had weight reduction surgery, obesity surgery called the vertical gastric sleeve. And I've lost about 60 pounds since then. I was almost 240.
Do you have to eat smaller portions?
I do, but I'm not as hungry. But it's not the one that Star had in Al Roker where they reroute your intestine. It's a new one.
Yeah, that one's scary.
Yeah, that one scared me too. But this one, you can eat everything the same, but you're just not as hungry.
Okay.
Because the hunger hormones, they take out 2/3 of your stomach through your belly button, so you don't have a scar. And you eat the same thing that you always ate, but you're not hungry. The hunger hormones live in the part of the stomach that they remove. And although they told me that, I didn't believe it until I had it.
So it's been very successful for you.
Very successful, and I would highly recommend it for people like me who are actually slowly dying and not realizing it.
Okay.
The
But you look good.
Thank you. I feel
seen
better.
people that do those surgeries and they get so skinny and they don't look good to me.
Yeah, no.
You look healthy.
Well, you know, I eat what the doctor tells me, and I do what the doctor says, and, you know, I don't think I'll ever, like, I'm like a medium now in clothes, and when they bring in, like, these pants are a medium, I always look at the label and go, oh my God, I gotta tell them I need a double XL. I have to remind myself
that you're small.
that I'm smaller. And it makes me feel a little vulnerable. You know, I gained a lot of my weight right after my show came on the air.
Okay.
Right? I was always like, I was afraid.
You were afraid.
I got too
You're an
famous too
emotional
fast.
eater. I'm an emotional eater.
Me too.
Last question.
Go.
You were on the panel of The View a while ago.
Yes, 2007.
Yeah, so if there's anybody from that panel of The View that you would bring over today with you,
Yes.
who would it be?
Joy Behar. 100% in 5 seconds.
What is she doing now?
She's doing a Broadway show.
Oh, is she?
Yes,
I didn't know
a
that.
one-woman show of her act at the Cherry Lane Theater downtown all the way through Christmas. And she does stand-up around the country. And I just think she's one of the funniest people around.
She really is.
She really is. And she's smart. You know, she was a school teacher for 20 years. And I think she's fantastic. So
How about that? I
She
didn't
did-
know
she
was a
did-
school teacher.
she was for 20 years. She didn't start to do comedy till she was 40.
How about that?
Right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she has a great history and a great story. And she's so funny. I love her.
Well, thank you for talking to me. I love you.
I love you back. And congratulations on your Broadway
Thank you so
debut.
much. Come to see me on
I swear to
Broadway.
you I will. I'm
Seriously.
going to bring my kids.
And bring your kids. Your kids will really enjoy. You have a 2-year-old.
I know.
I cannot believe you have a 2-year-old.
Want to see her? Do you want to see
Yeah,
her?
let me see. You have a 2-year-old.
Look at that. There's the baby holding her. But my 12, I'm going to show you something that you won't even believe how cute it is.
Look at she has a 2-year-old, you
Look.
guys. We're watching the baby. Look. Babies are so sweet, though. How they make you happy.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Isn't that a nice house for Tinkerbell?
For Tinkerbell.
She loves
Look at you being a
Tinkerbell.
mom. Isn't that a nice house for Tinkerbell?
Wow, it's heavy.
How about that?
Thank you. Is Tinkerbell in there? Oh, dear. Who's in
Oh,
there?
God. How about that? Well, listen, thank you guys for watching.
I'm going to make her watch all the videos of my kids. You're not leaving. You're not going to matinee.
We're watching the videos of the
Oh,
kids.
come on, look at the
Thank
baby.
you.
Look,
Tune in
look,
again
look at
soon.
that baby. Look at that baby.
Oh.